Hey, this is Par 64 guy. This here is water. Where does it belong? Lots of places. Where doesn't it belong? On this floor. Homeowners been having problems with water getting into their family room whenever there was heavy rain to the tune of about 3/4 of an inch or more in a 24-hour period. Obviously a drainage issue with the house and the foundation. So let's take a look at it, figure out what's wrong, and figure out how to solve it. When purchasing this home, lack of experience in the subject of drainage led the home buyers to overlook several red flags on the property, which became painfully apparent after the first heavy rainfall. Incorrect pitch of the soil around the house allowed water to pool near the foundation, thus making it easier for large volumes of water to seep into the family room. The downspouts had no means of carrying the water away from the foundations. The new homeowners had bought these extensions to try and help the situation, but their effectiveness was really limited. One of the worst characteristics of the property was the backyard. The area near the back door was the lowest point of all surrounding land, forming a funnel that would guide the water toward the house. Even the concrete sidewalk had a step down as it approached the area under the deck. I wonder how many other homes suffered as a result of this level of incompetence on the part of the person in charge of landscaping the property. Over the years, the homeowners installed drainage systems to control the water and attempt to keep it away from the foundation. In this video, we will examine the steps taken to address the backdoor water problem. First, let's look at how water behaves around a foundation. Typically, the structure consists of a poured concrete or block foundation that supports the house. A concrete footing spreads the weight of the structure over a larger area to prevent it from sinking into the soil. In an ideal installation, the backfilled soil is pitched away from the foundation to allow rainwater to drain away. In a non-ideal situation, the soil may not be pitched, or worse, pitched towards the foundation. This inhibits the rainwater from draining away, allowing it to soak the soil around the foundation. Pressure from the buildup of water known as hydrostatic pressure may force some of that water to seek an easier path to lower pressure, which may be through cracks and seams in the foundation. We all know what that leads to. Proper drainage practices in construction should include a foundation or perimeter drain. This drain consists of installing permeable media, such as crushed stone, along with a perforated pipe against the subsurface portion of the foundation. This system provides a low-resistance path for the water to take in order to prevent that collection and buildup of hydrostatic pressure, which would ultimately force the water to enter the house. The water passes easily through the nooks and crannies left by the irregularly shaped pieces of crushed stone, eventually making it into the pipe where it can be carried away from the structure either to an open area or into a special type of well that will allow the water to naturally seep back into the water table. You may know those as dry wells. One method used to provide a better path for the water to take when either the structure lacks a foundation drain or its drainage system has failed is called a linear French drain. This drain is built in the same way, but can be installed not necessarily right up against the foundation. In this case, the water seeping into the soil is drawn away from the foundation because of the easier path provided by the stone and the pipe. The theory in this situation is that the concrete is worsening the water problem by allowing the water to become trapped with no way to escape except through the seams between the foundation and footing. With a project this size, planning is crucial. The proposed solution for the backdoor water problem is to remove the poured concrete walkway and install a drain system that extends below the level of the footing. A system of concrete pavers will replace the poured slab to form a more aesthetically pleasing walkway. The system will be composed of a sand base, preformed paver base system, and the concrete pavers. Any water that is forced laterally through the dense clay should encounter a lower resistance path in the stone before it hits the foundation. This water will enter the pipe, where it will be carried away. To kick off this project, we need to remove the concrete. Recently, a new driveway was installed. As part of the installation package, the company also removed the majority of the sidewalk. I removed the rest of the sidewalk manually with a sledgehammer, pickaxe, and even a car jack. A chisel and small hammer was used to trim the edges. Safety glasses are extremely important during this operation. The tools used for the measurement and planning phase were a laser level, tape measure, and 4-foot level with ruler markings. Setup of the laser level is a critical first step as it must be accurate to ensure depth measurements are correct. The inexpensive laser level has 2 bubble levels and 3 adjustment knobs. Simply place the level on a flat surface and adjust the knobs until both bubbles are in the middle. Using the tape measure, I plotted out some key points and took depth measurements by noting where on the level the laser was hitting. I also dug to expose a section of pipe to which the French drain would be attaching. This pipe was installed as part of the original drainage system approved by the town engineer years ago. It routes water from the downspout to the street catch basin. After taking all the measurements, the final plan looks like this, with dimensions that would help me generate the bill of materials. I entered the data into the computer to help with calculations for how much stone I will need to buy. I also opted to include a catch basin as the starting point of the pipe to catch surface water that gathers on the pavers.